Shalom, my name is Ben Kayo Bethel Yisrael. Today, we shall continue to discuss the specifics of the first direct commandment that Yahweh gave to Adam in the Garden of Eden, which was to dress it. Dress in Hebrew is abad, and one of its meanings is worshiper. Worshiper, as it relates to dress, means that Yahweh commanded Adam to cause all living things to obey, comply with, and conform to as law the observance or celebration of the seventh day as the Sabbath of Yahweh, to honor the memory of all his work which he, Yahweh, created and made. What does the Sabbath mean? On the authority of the New Strong's Exhaustive Concordance of the Bible, copyright 1990, in the Hebrew and Chaldee Dictionary section on page 112, reference number 7673, the word Sabbath in Hebrew is spelled from right to left, Shin Beit Thav, and it means to repose or to cease. According to the Random House College Dictionary Revised Edition, copyright 1988, on page 1119, repose means to be at rest, as from work or activity. On page 216, cease means to come to an end. Yahweh commanded Adam, his descendants, and all the families of the earth to obey, comply with, and conform to as law the observance or celebration of the Sabbath to honor the memory of him. And during this observance or celebration of the Sabbath, all the families of the earth must be at rest, which means that all work or activity must come to an end, as commanded in Exodus chapter 20, verse 10, which reads, "But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord Yahweh thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates." Yahweh commanded Adam to make it known that no one is to do any work on the Sabbath of Yahweh. Isaiah chapter 58, verses 13 and 14 describes what we must do on the Sabbath, and it reads, "If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of Yahweh honorable, and shalt honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure, nor speaking thine own words, then shalt thou delight thyself in Yahweh, and I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father. For the mouth of Yahweh hath spoken it." On the Sabbath of Yahweh, we are to turn from doing things which please us. We are to cease from worldly or frivolous enjoyment. We are to call the Sabbath a joy, a thrill. We are to turn away from doing our own ways, which means from our usual course of action or our usual daily activities. On the Sabbath of Yahweh, we are to cease from finding our own pleasure, from giving in to sensual gratification, and from engaging in frivolous amusement. Moreover, we are to cease from speaking our own words. On this Sabbath day, our usual daily activity of labor is to cease, and we must delight ourselves in Yahweh by observing the seventh day as a day of rest, to observe and to honor the memory of Yahweh for all his work, his creation, which he created and made. Yahweh commanded Adam to cause the whole earth to delight in the Sabbath of Yahweh. By doing this, Yahweh promised that he would cause us to ride upon the high places of the earth and feed us with the heritage of Jacob. In our previous shows, we established the fact that the year, as decreed by Yahweh, the God of the Bible, begins on the vernal equinox. We documented that this phenomenon is associated with late March. According to the Gregorian calendar, we are now in the month of March. Referenced in the book entitled The World Almanac and Book of Facts, 1999, copyright 1998, on page 286, the vernal equinox will take place on March 21st. March 21st constitutes Abib 1, which the Holy Bible describes as the beginning of months, according to Exodus chapter 12, verse 2, which reads, "This month, Abib, shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you." The vernal equinox begins the first month of the solar year. Beginning this solar year on Abib 7th, or the first month on the 7th day, all the families of the earth can begin to keep the 7th day as the Sabbath of Yahweh together. How? By counting 6 days in which to labor, with the first day beginning on March 20th at sunset and ending on March 21st at sunset. On the 7th day, March 26th at sunset, begins the Sabbath of Yahweh. And on March 27th at sunset ends the 7th day, the Sabbath of Yahweh. We are to keep repeating this counting cycle of 6 days of labor and the 7th day of rest through each solar month into perpetuity. When we follow this procedure from year to year, over a period of time, each numbered day in a solar month will have rotated as the 7th day, the Sabbath of Yahweh. Next week, we will continue our discussion on the Sabbath day and what it means.
Who is worthy? Who is worthy to open the book? Who is worthy to open the book and loose the seals thereof?
And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. At the end of time of evil rule, the Anointed One, the Messiah, shall appear.
Yahweh ben Yahweh is the image of the invisible Yahweh. He is the firstborn of every creature. For by Yahweh ben Yahweh were all things created that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by Yahweh ben Yahweh and for him. and Yahweh ben Yahweh is before all things, and by him all things consist. Colossians chapter 1, verses 15 through 17. The deification of the king, Yahweh ben Yahweh, is understood by believing in Yahweh. Be wise now, therefore, O kings. Be instructed, you judges of the earth. Serve Yahweh with fear and rejoice with trembling. Psalms chapter 2, verses 10 through 12 tells us to kiss the Son, Yahweh ben Yahweh, lest he be angry, and we perish from the way, when the wrath of Yahweh ben Yahweh is kindled but a little. Blessed are all of us who put our trust in Yahweh ben Yahweh. Why is the king Yahweh ben Yahweh so highly revered? Because he is showing complete love, trust, and faith in Yahweh despite all his afflictions.
Yahweh ben Yahweh says in all his writings that Yahweh is his rock, and his fortress, and his deliverer, his God, and his strength, in whom he trusts. He also says that Yahweh is his buckler and the horn of his salvation, and his high tower. Yahweh ben Yahweh is calling upon Yahweh, who is worthy to be praised. So shall Yahweh ben Yahweh be saved from all his enemies.